It's the Chinese Communist Party, not the Chinese people. Wuhan took the brunt of this. The people in Wuhan were treated like animals by the Chinese Communist Party. They bore the brunt of this. You know why? If they had fessed up to the biological Chernobyl back in mid-December, Wuhan would have never been in the situation it was. Okay, it's just like with the Soviets treated the people in Chernobyl. If you saw the miniseries on Chernobyl, those firemen going into Chernobyl, later the guys that went in to get the water, all those people that were sacrificed by the apparatus, the same exact thing happened here, because the Chinese Communist Party only cares about its power. It only cares about staying in power. You're going to see another outbreak coming in China right now. You see it coming. You know why? At the tip of a bayonet, they forced them back to go to these factories. Why? If they don't have economic production in China, their legitimacy is gone, and they're going to get overthrown. Here's what's going to happen ultimately. We're going to have a Nuremberg-type trial, okay? It's going to take place in Wuhan. The Chinese Communist Party leaders are going to be in the docket, and the jury representing mankind will be the average citizen in Wuhan, and they will stand in judgment on these devils. And that's what they are. They are devils, okay? And they're going to be held accountable. Here's going to hold them accountable. Not the world's elite. World's elite's in business with them. World's elite, Henry Kissinger. Give me a break. It's disgusting. I got a lot of respect for the Wall Street Journal, particularly the op-ed page. Fantastic people there. How they allowed an op-ed to go in there and didn't even mention the Chinese Communist Party of China once. Henry Kissinger, I do not need to hear from you about the liberal world order at the Post. You are guilty, sir. You are guilty. You think you got blood on your hands for the bombings back in the Vietnam War? You have blood on your hands for this. You have been the mouthpiece and the prop for these people from the beginning. You propped up the Chinese Communist Party, and not just that, you took the blood money from them. You've been paid for decades by the Chinese Communist Party. It's all going to come out. All the Wall Street guys in business with them, all the corporatists in business with them, all the think tank guys in business with them, taking blood money, it's all coming out. Okay? We're telling you, it's all going to come out. It's all going to come out. And the world is going to stand in judgment of you because you're just as bad as the devils. In fact, you're worse because you didn't even believe in the ideology. Here's what you believed in: the money. You took it for money. You didn't believe in their ideology. They're totalitarian dictatorship. Everybody knows that. You took it for the money. On Wall Street because you make more money. All the hedge fund guys in business with them, you're just as guilty as they are. Okay? You want to change the world order? Hey, we're going to change it. And we're not going to use you. The people who have managed to climb to the West, the party of Davos, the people that in the third week of January in 2017, she came and gave that speech about globalization, and the Economist and the Financial Times and all the party of Davos, all Davos man said he's amazing. He said the biggest problem in the world is populism, right? And Trump 2 days later gives the American carnage, which is a defense of the Westphalian system, the nation state, and she's talking about it. Here's why. All the hedge fund, all the bankers, all the marketing people, all the lawyers, everybody, all Davos man. You knew about the Falun Gong. You knew about the organ harvesting. You knew about East Turkestan and the Uyghurs. You knew about the Dalai Lama and the Tibetan Buddhists. You knew about the underground house Christians. You knew about the underground Catholic Church. You knew about the Tiananmen Square freedom movement. Every person in China that's ever fought for freedom you knew about. And you worship at the foot of a totalitarian dictatorship. There is blood on your hands, and trust me, to my last breath, we're going to hunt you down and expose it all, and we're starting with Kissinger. That outrageous. We don't care what you've got to say about the liberal order. Okay? All the death and destruction is because you kowtowed these people and you put on a nice front. There's blood on your hands, sir. And what you should do is come before the American people and the people in the world and say, I apologize. I was wrong. I took money from them and I ran interference for them. Okay? And yet you come up with this crap. You make me sick. And everybody that supports you makes me sick. All of you phony think tank guys that have taken their money, they're guilty, and they're going to be proven guilty. And we have the facts of what they're guilty. And that doesn't even say if it's a biological weapon or came out of the lab. If that happens, and Tom Cotton and Marco Rubio and Josh Hawley and Congressman Banks, and they're all right. And this is not racist. We fight for the freedom of the Chinese people. It's the Chinese people who have borne the brunt of these devils for decades and decades and decades, and we look the other way. Why we look the other way? For money. because it's more profitable to have the slave labor in China make it than working class people in Michigan and Pennsylvania. You people make me sick. You make me sick, and you're a disgrace. You're a disgrace to this country. You're a disgrace to the institutions of this country.